Hi, this is Tammy Benoit back with another true ghost story. This one is called The Fan. As a child, I slept with a fan, as I do still today, and most of us all usually do. But there was one particular evening I went to bed because I had to go to school. Well, my fan's going as usual. All of a sudden, I was like almost asleep. My fan stopped. I get up, looked at the fan, and it was off position. So I turned it back on medium, went back to bed. There again, almost asleep, the fan shuts off again. I get back up, do the same thing that I did before. Now I was starting to get scared. I was thinking, maybe it was my brother coming up, and shutting it off or whatever. But he was like around the age of, let's say, 7. Well, I thought, he probably still could be doing it. So I went ahead, turned it back on medium, went back to bed, and I was staying awake just to see if I could see him or hear the floor creak or anything like that. Well, I waited, and it's like whoever was doing it knew I was waiting and knew I stayed awake. So I waited and waited. The fan went off again. I got up with the quickness, and I'm looking and ran around where my steps was, thinking I would catch my brother. And I'm thinking, he's hiding somewhere. So I laughed it off, and I said, okay, Jerry, you need to stop it. So I went ahead, turned the fan back on, went to bed. Then all of a sudden, the fan goes off again. And I jumped up, started yelling like, you need to stop it, Jerry. So this time, the fan was unplugged. I was like, now what? Why would he unplug the fan? So I plugged the fan back in, and I went downstairs and knocked on my mom's bedroom door, and I said, Mom, Jerry Lee keeps coming up, unplugging my fan and shutting my fan off. My mom said, your brother's in there sleeping in his room. I said, what? And she's like, yeah, he's been asleep. I said, well, Mom, somebody's shutting my fan off upstairs. She thought I was crazy. She said, Tammy, go on back to bed. You got to go to school in the morning. So I said, okay. So I went upstairs, and I was scared. I was really, really scared. And I was like, oh my gosh, So I laid on the opposite side of the bed, like, put my head at the bottom of the bed. So if I could see anything crawling on the floor or whatever have you, because at this point, there's so many things that's happened to me in my life. It wasn't that it would be a shock. So I laid there, and the fan's going, and all of a sudden I see like a black shadow, but it was a small black shadow. And I'm watching it. Now, maybe, maybe it's playing tricks on me. My eyes is playing tricks. I don't know, but I seen it. All of a sudden, the fan cut off. I jumped up out of bed, ran, screaming, down and woke my mother up. I said, you need to come up here. There's something up here. I seen a black small shadow. My mom said, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. She said, I seen the same black shadow going down the basement steps. And she said, and my laundry detergent has been spilled over. I don't know how many times. I said, what? She said, yes. So we sat up at the kitchen table, and we was talking. Then we heard the fan turn on back upstairs. We both was scared to death, and we really didn't know what to do. So if you like this story, will you please give me a thumb up and subscribe? Thank you.